Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Stamp and Stencil Savvy. And this month what we're doing is mixing up stamp sets. And I'm not going to get real sophisticated about that. I'm doing a circly layout. So I've got some circle stamps, most notably this set that has these stitched circles. I have this small one and the kind of medium-sized one that I'm going to use. And then this set has this swirly circle that I have on this block, and I'm going to use all of those in these Distress Oxide colors of Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn. But first I'm going to use a kind of a light dusting of ink through a stencil, and this stencil is amazing with the dotty dots, and I'm gonna kind of do them. I'm gonna do my circles kind of in a diagonal, so I'm gonna do these so that they'll be peeking out. What I like is these little bits of, oh gosh, I got some, I'll have to embellish there or something. And come down here. I like the, that there are little dots that can kind of show around the other elements on my page. And I'm gonna maybe do another one. I'm going to do a smaller one here and use less ink. Whoops. I shouldn't have done that way. I'm going to do this one here. And that didn't pick up a whole lot, but I'm okay with that. And I'm going to come here and do another light one like that. And then up here maybe. Okay, now that I've done the stenciling, and that's all the stenciling I'm going to do, I want to do the stamping. And I'm going to take this big circle and do it first. I've got this line. How did that happen? Oh my goodness. A piece of foam adhesive stuck to my stamp block and I didn't notice it. Y'all probably noticed it when I showed it before I stamped with it, and I didn't look at it. So I don't like that, but what I'm going to do is maybe try to stamp it out. Let's try this. I'm trying to stamp over that line, and I'm okay with how that looks. I'm just kind of placing these circles without any planning at all, and I don't honestly know how my circle elements are going to work on here, but I'm okay. That looks like a too intentional spacing there. I don't like that. Okay, so let me do that. And now I'm going to take the darker green and do these swirly circles, kind of sure what's going on over here. I'm not, haven't done a whole lot there. And let me put something there. It's kind of heavy down on the bottom here, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do there, but let's see. Okay, I'm going to cover these up right now, and I'm going to start placing the elements. I am using these. There's a kit from Hip Kit Club called A Touch of Whimsy. There's another one called Sweet Moments. They were kits that came earlier this year. And the Touch of Whimsy had a bunch of circle elements both in chipboard and in cardstock. And so I have cardstock here, and I have a bunch of flowers from different collections. I think I've got everything I need in the clusters here, but I've got my other stuff handy. And then I think I'm going to have to do my title right there, but we'll see. Okay, first thing I want to do is this circle kind of right there, and then I have this and this, and that can go, don't like that there. I think I'll put this here so that it kind of overlaps both. Let me start gluing this stuff down, because if I don't, and I'm not gonna put foam. I'm not sure why I'm not putting foam, but there. I think there's going to be enough texture implied with all of the stenciling and stamping, and I don't think I'm going to need, let me turn this. These are photos from Mother's Day, and my Mother's Day gift was going shopping for plants at the nursery, and then right near the nursery was one of our favorite places to eat called FTE, From the Earth Brewing Company. It's a brewery and a put that there. I'm just going to do it this way. And there's absolutely no logical reason that frog needs to be there, or should be there, or that I chose the frog to be there. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of do some. These are chipboard triangles, chipboard flags. And I thought if I tucked them under the circle there, that would be kind of cute. Okay, so that's that cluster. Now this looks unbalanced over here, but I'm hoping when I get the other cluster there that everything's good. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, and this here, and this here, and maybe this right there, and that. Let's see, what can I do? Let me get everything down except that flower. Let's get all of this down. Okay, so I'm going to put this here, and maybe what I'll do is I'll put that there. I kind of like that, actually. And I like how the circles look kind of coming out of it. I have these, I have two to go. Let's see, do I have any others? I have an orange one and I have a blue. Let's see, black and white. So I'm going to do this. I have enough to put 3 banners in each cluster. So I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to do orange. And maybe this green. And then I can let me lift that up and okay, that's kind of okay. And I have this little arrow which looks really good on the green. So where's my liquid glue? I haven't used it in a while. This is the first time I've scrapped, I think, in 3 weeks. And I'm it's been I'm gonna put this somewhere just for a tiny touch of gold. I found these leaves and thought if I could work them into the floral cluster, maybe right there. And then I have this little thing that says "so good," and it's a circle. I'm gonna put it right there. And then I have my hearts, which I'll figure out later. Okay, so now the other cluster. I have a bunch of miscellaneous things here, here, and here, and then here. And that makes it just a little bit different when I put the triangles down there. But where's the flower going to go? The flower might want to go right there, except I don't want it sticking off the page, so it might go like this. All right, let's get these down there, and then I'll just put that right there. And now let's see if I can make that work, because it has the leaves going to the other side. And then I've got the I kind of like that. Okay, let me put that back on there. And then this needs a little bit. I need to be able to move it around, so I use the wet glue to give it that. Okay, I can do that, and then if I do this, it covers that spot, so that's good. Okay, and now let's see what I want. I also had a little Bramble Fox perspective, and I want to put it right here. I'm going to put it outside the cluster as an accent, and I will do one here in this color because it kind of reflects that. So that's all. I kind of like how this is turning out. I have this umbrella that I thought was cute, and I could use it right there because where the handle is just covers a little bit of a parking lot in the background, so I don't mind that at all. This is a little different blue from what's been used elsewhere. I'll do that just like that. And now I have this little gold leaf to put in the floral cluster, and there's not that much showing, but I think I can do this right here. And that kind of gives it a nice shape. Now this I'm going to do right here. I'll do it like so, and then the solid blue one right there, and then the black and white polka dot right here. This, I could have used a little bit of foam in the center there. Okay, it kind of looks like a beard. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I need to turn my camera. I've bumped it, I guess. Okay, where do I want these hearts? Maybe right there, or maybe over here in the middle of all this pretty green. So let's do this. And the frog has absolutely no relevance to anything. I will be adding a bee and a ladybug for Katie, or for Barrett and Katie. Let's see. Where are those? I'm gonna find a bee right here. And I'm gonna maybe put it right there. And then a ladybug. I want one of kind of a similar size. And I think this is going to do it. And I'll put it here. And now let's talk about the title. Okay, there in this set of foam stickers, there's sweet moments, and then I have these alphas. I was going to do sweet Mom's Day moments. So I want to put the moments on first. I'm going to do that right here as kind of part of this cluster maybe, but I want it straight. I don't like that. Okay, let's go there. And then I could go with this color see what that looks like. The reason I put it on this clear is because I could kind of see that's a similar color to this pink, but it's not quite the same and it kind of looks mismatched. However, if I did this green, it kind of matches all that twisted citron. So I did think the pink was going to make it, but I'm going with this. Let me do it like this. And I'm trying to line it up with the top of the paper. And I may not be doing that. Let me. I'm going to take that. And I think I'm glad it included little apostrophes. I guess they're really commas, but okay. Okay, let's see if we can do this. If we can fit sweet in there. Do I really want it there? I'm not liking this. I'm going to start the sweet over here and I'm going to put all that someplace else. We'll see. Let's see if I can get sweet looking right. How about I do it down here? How about I leave that alone? And I do the sweet right here. And let me get this up and over. And is that straight? It is not straight. And I'm going to make it straight. And I'm sorry that I'm bothering you with all of these mistakes. But when I found the time and had the opportunity to scrap, I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time like planning or worrying about it, because then I would lose the desire to scrap. I've had some issues lately. Okay, so and then we do Mom's Day kind of across here. And I'm going to start it right here. And all that time I spent fixing that O, and I ended up not leaving it there. Okay, Mom's Day. Okay, hopefully that works. Now, up here, to kind of balance that, there actually is, where is it? Where did it go? I've lost it. There's this little scallop trim that could go right there. And I I think that's okay. I'm still not happy with the title. I don't know what else I can do, but I'm not going to make you watch it. I will fix it. Probably using a ruler and some pencil lines. Probably what I should have done in the first place, but I get by without having to do that most times. I've got some tricks, and I didn't use any of my tricks today. But I'm happy with this, I think. And it's another page for the albums, right? Thank you for watching, and be sure to check out all the other folks in the playlist who are mixing up their stamp sets this month. Bye.